All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we just wanted to jump on here today for just a little bit, talk about upcoming Inclusion Pro Wrestling shows. We'll see if we get any viewers out here tonight, but let's do some introductions here. At the bottom of the screen, the ever clever, the ever smart witted, the ever popular member of this panel, Principal Tap. And to the other side of me, of course, is the egotistical, pig-headed, swollen head, holier than thou, thinks he's a messiah, who really sounds like paint drying, old Messiah Nathan Doss. And of course, I don't need any introduction because everybody knows me.
Well, who's full of himself today? And they say I have the swollen head.
I don't have a swollen head when I've got the arrogance and the machismo to prove it.
So you said you have the arrogance, so you have like a 1980s outdated perfume bottle that Rick Martel used to carry around?
Anyways, this isn't about us tonight. This is about Inclusion Pro Wrestling, IPW, if you will. The hottest show in Cowlitz County. And
apparently whatever that was agrees.
So let's get down to it. Saturday night at the Rose Valley Friends Church in Rose Valley will be the next installment of Inclusion Pro Wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, we got 6 actual matches, but we had to give you guys one special match. We're gonna give you a dark match to kick off the show. So we're gonna give you a little special door opening time. We're gonna give you fans the enjoyment of being in the arena by 4:45. That's right, 4:45. The doors will open. 6 o'clock, the main show starts. Around 5:30, we'll get a dark match. We hope to get some great action out of this as we move forward to our upcoming shows, which we will talk about here in just a little bit. But Messiah, what are you looking forward to the most on Saturday? Nothing? Okay, good. Moving on.
Hold on. There's a lot I'm looking forward to on Saturday. I would start with the dark match, but I do want to say that we had said on the earlier podcast that the dark horse was going to be in Galactic Warfare. Well, due to Dark Horse deciding to take his own path, he will be one of those members in that dark match. No pun intended. And SMW in that Galactic Warfare will be going 5-on-4.
So wait a minute here. You're telling me the Dark Horse took himself out of the Galactic Warfare match? I mean, doesn't his manager have any control over him or anything? I mean, I know he's a pig-headed, arrogant messiah, but couldn't he keep his own team together?
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't control any member of SMW. They're their own individuals, and Dark Horse has so many personalities bouncing around in that head. One minute I wasn't sure if I was talking to Dark Horse, excuse me, Dark Horse or Roseanne Barr. So,
as the Messiah suffers from COVID symptoms, ladies.
I do not have. I have a cold because of allergies.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on and talk about said Galactic Warfare. That's right. We get the crippled Messiah leading out SMW, and the leader of the other team is Mr. T-Rex. So, and like the Messiah said, his team's starting a man down. However, I got to give the edge on that match to the Rex Gang Disciples because I like their chances with 5-on-4.
Please. You have guys that haven't even worked together before where you have a tight-knit group. Yes, a man down, but a tight-knit group at SMW.
Yeah, with a manager that can't even cough without coughing for 30 seconds.
So I can't cough without coughing? What the hell does that mean?
Can't even talk or make a sentence. I mean, sorry. It's been a long week. Unlike the crippled ego up there, I work rather long hours.
I would work more hours if they would let me.
Yeah. The only thing you work more of is your hand.
Only on Fridays. Got to keep it limber,
But moving on, like I said, this wasn't supposed to be.
You started this.
Like I said, it wasn't supposed to be about us. So let's move forward. Well, every time I look at your head, though, I've got to get like this. So maybe if I just black you out or take you off the screen, maybe maybe we can actually get through this. But we had some changes in some of our matches, so let's just go through those. As the Messiah said, Galactic Warfare is now 5-on-4. The second match is for the Calais County Championship, and hopefully JD Grunge can actually stay in the ring this time and actually earn the title shot. Yeah, Jesse, we will fill you in later on all the changes.
I'll be right back. I can do that right now.
Oh, okay. So obviously the Messiah thinks talking to... Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. Go do your thing. I got you. So with that being said, now since he thinks he's better than everybody else, can do two things at one time, let's bring in the principal, the lightheaded one here.
Much to the Messiah's beliefs, I don't really see his team winning now, being a man down.
Yeah, nor do I.
But anything is possible in the world of wrestling.
So let's back up a little bit before we talk about more card. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been asking for product for our show. You guys wanted to see what it's like. Well, let me start by saying this. We will have a pre-show led by two of our commentators in the show this time, Mr. Dakota Haynes and Mr. RPG Morgan. And they will start their pre-show at 3 p.m. and should go about an hour. Then we'll put on the dark match. It'll be on StreamYard as well. But you can catch that, of course, on your Facebook pages or your YouTube pages. So stay tuned for all of that. Our show will be streamed live, and then Dakota and Jesse will also, or RPG Morgan, will also come back and give you guys a post show. So you're going to get 4 times to see product this time. We're going to stream everything live on StreamYard to our platforms. So stay tuned for all that. If everybody likes this might be a regular thing. August show is going to be huge. We'll talk about that at the end of the night. Match 3 is our tag team match with G4 and that TKO Tokyo or TKO Cody Smith. And they're going up against the All-American Army veterans in Kylan Rowan and Charlie Bravo. This should be by far one of the best matches of the night. And then we have our Star Wars contest at match 7, at Midway. During this Star Wars contest, ladies and gentlemen, the winner will receive 2 tickets to the August show. I'm glad everybody asked about the August show. We will get into that later, but 2 tickets to the August show to the winner of the costume contest for Star Wars. And after intermission, man, you guys don't want to miss this because this is probably some of the best wrestling you guys are going to get to see. And Messiah, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Good. So, I went through the first 3 matches. We'll talk about Team CJ in just 1 second. Mr. Messiah, would you like to tell our fans what's in store for match 4?
Yes, I would actually, because I am very excited about this match. This match will have Mr. CJ Edwards, Mr. TNT Tyson Lee, Mr. Joey Thornton, and
a first time to Inclusion Pro Wrestling,
a man that's been trained in the Japanese dojo and is sponsored by the Japanese dojo, I believe, Mr. Derek Shaw.
That's right. Go ahead.
And I'm telling you this, I know a lot of people when they sit down after intermission want to go get a hot dog or a soda. You're not going to want to get up from this match because this is going to be a hard-hitting, fast-paced war. I know we keep using that word a lot for this show, but it's going to be what it's going to be.
And this match got added. The two other combatants got added to this match here just last week, and it's our first ever Fatal 4-Way. So we're very, very excited about that. Moving on to the semi-main event, Mr. Messiah, who's your semi-main event?
The semi-main event is the Inclusion Heavyweight Champion, Miss Sunny Days, taking on a man that she's wrestled before, but they always have great matches at a non-title match, Mr. JB Moonshine.
And of course, that is a non-title match. And moving on to the main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss this match. Nathan thought long and hard for his main event, so I'm not going to spoil it for him. Messiah, hit him with the main event.
All right. Well, the main event, you guys told us who the main event should be. One of the men that should be in the main event. This man on the last 2 inclusion shows has captivated the crowd, and you guys love him, so we're going to give you what you want. So defending his Evergreen Heavyweight Championship will be the good son, Andrew Michelson. And against a man that he calls family, which is J-Mo. And on a personal note, I can't think of a better person and a more deserving person to be in the main event than the good son, Andrew Michelson.
Well, okay, so there's your card reveal. During the show, we will have 2 raffle baskets of exclusive Inclusion Pro Wrestling merchandise.
Excuse me for a minute, I forgot something very important. Also, accompanying him to the ring is none other than the spoiled princess. And yes, I'm not going to hear about that one later for forgetting about her as I was going through that, so I apologize now to try to cushion the blow.
All right, so moving forward from now, everybody will be given, every member in attendance will be given out 1 ticket at entry. We also have tickets that you guys can buy throughout the evening, and I think we're going to give tickets to some of the wrestlers and hand out to lucky fans as well. Now, we will draw the winners for these gift baskets at the end of the night, and you must be present to win. So please stay for the entire show to get your prize. You must be present to win.
And as the good son just said in her chat, apparently there's going to be a good son sticker in each basket.
So let's move on to some other stuff. August.
Oh, am I excited about August?
Inclusion Pro Wrestling presents Inclusion Mania, Summer of Inclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, I went to the venue that we're going to have this at, and I was speechless for a good 5 minutes. It's going to be outdoors. It's going to be hot. Not only will the action be hot, it'll literally be hot outside. We are building matches, and we will be talking more about that after the May show. But what we are going to do for you, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, there are going to be 2 August tickets handed out to the winner of the Star Wars costume contest. The August 3rd show, Inclusion Mania tickets, go on sale right after the show, May 4th. So as you're leaving, if you enjoyed our show, please buy our tickets for our August show. With your paid admission, your first food item and drink, non-alcoholic, is on Inclusion Pro Wrestling. Thoughts?
Well, personally, I also, even though I couldn't physically be there, we did a video, saw this property. And for all the wrestlers that are in the chat right now, this is going to be a playground, guys. We have 5 acres, and I'm talking big acres of land to play with. For one. For the fans, I guarantee you, you're going to see things you've never seen in the Pacific Northwest.
New matches, new creativity. We've also got permission from the property owner to set the ring up a couple of days before our event for anybody that wants to come up and train. You are
Please
welcome.
contact Tony
you are-
or myself, and we can give you that address.
So we will probably set it up a few days before the 3rd, maybe at the end of July. All we can tell you about the August show is it's going to be hot, hot, hot.
And it's kind of going to be a party atmosphere. You guys have been great for us the first, well, after May, it'll be 3 shows. This is kind of like our WrestleMania, as the tickets will tell you, because it's called Inclusion Mania, Summer of Inclusion. So, this is going to be a blast, guys. That's all I can do.
And then after that, we will have our 2nd annual College River Rumble in the month of November. Date still to be determined. And I will unveil the 2025 dates very, very soon. And moving forward from November on, thank you to the Rose Valley Friends Church in Rose Valley, Washington, for giving us a new home. So after the August show, all of our shows moving forward will be at Rose Valley Friends Church, unless otherwise stated by the Messiah or myself.
I don't want to dominate this, but can I say something really quick to the Rose Valley Church? I mean, you brought this up quite.
It's your show, so I mean, you got to stay in my lane. So go ahead.
With you. So anyway, on a personal note, and I'm gonna go a little deep here for a second. You mentioned numerous times on this podcast that this is my dream. But you know the funny thing about dreams? Dreams expand. I feel like my dream has been accomplished. Now, this is our dreams continuing. And I want to say thank you to the Rose Valley Church also. And what meant so much to me is really, I haven't met a lot of the people at the Rose Valley Church. But for them to believe in the mission statement of inclusion and the dream that I had 20 years ago, it means the world to me, and that kind of makes me speechless. So,
and technically, spoiled princess, he did forget about you, caught himself, and went back.
I did. I apologize.
So technically, he didn't almost forget. He did forget about you.
But I fixed it.
Just to set the record straight.
You're not helping.
It took him to interrupt the Heartbreaker to do it.
But the point is, I still did it. Now you want to talk?
Again, pre dark match around 5:30. Inclusion at 6, and the after show as soon as the show is over and we get a little bit of cleanup done, we will do the after show. Again, real quick, we'll go through the match card again. Match 1 is now a 5-on-4 Galactic Warfare. Match 2 is the Talas County Champion, Challenger JD Grunge, Champion Lance Dean. Match 3, Tag Team match, Highland Rowan, Charlie Bravo versus TKO and Grappler. Intermission, 20 minutes, Star Wars costume contest. Winner gets 2 tickets to the August show. Match 4 is our Fatal 4-Way with Derek Shaw, CJ Edwards, Joey Thornton, and TNT Tyson Lee. Match 5 non-title. Miss Sunny Days, our Inclusion Heavyweight Champion, versus JB Moonshine. In match 6, here we go. This is how you do it correctly. The challenger, JMO, versus the champion, being accompanied by the Royal Princess, Andrew Michelson, for the Evergreen Championship.
Like I said, I fixed it.
So, with all that being said, there's your match card for Saturday. Please come in and join us. Remember, the doors open now at 4:45, so we can let you guys come in and enjoy the dark match. And August is going to be hot, hot, hot. August 3rd, hot summer night, or Inclusion Mania, Summer of Inclusion. Oh, yeah, and fans, also remember the August show is Bring Your Own Chairs or Standing Room. It's going to be our biggest show of the year, so again, we're expecting to put a few more tickets on sale. I've got 200 with me to put on sale on Saturday. We might actually start pre-selling tickets at intermission, but tickets will officially go on sale right after the main event Saturday. And be looking for the new August 3rd flyer the day after the show. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there's your match card. There's your next time. Thank you again to the Friends of Rose Valley Church for graciously accepting us into your church family and letting us use your gym as Inclusion Pro Wrestling's home. So, with that being said, if there's nothing else from Blabbermouth up there,
Nope, I'm good.
Principal Tap, you can go ahead and say some stuff if you want. And maybe Messiah.
I'm good. I'm saving it for Saturday.
All right. So, one other quick note about Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new announce team, brand new commentators. So at this time, we would like to introduce RPG Morgan, who's also going to be doing ring announcing. So he's pulling double duty. Dakota Haynes is now our lead commentator, and Ryan, help me with his name here. Ryan
It's
Black.
The pizza guy, Ryan Black.
So it should be extremely, extremely great commentary, great matches, and that JD Grunge, man, if he can stay in the ring and actually earn a title shot, it would be great.
I have to wait and see what happens. But one last thing I want to say about the commentators. I started out on commentator, as you guys know, in Inclusion. And I'll tell you what, you guys are going to do amazing and probably put me to shame. So you guys are going to kill it.
Which isn't hard to do.
Well, we'll see.
And JD, I would never be a turncoat on you. It's just, it's been a bad day, and I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, come on. The last 2 times, he's had to have somebody help him outside the ring. So, you're not too far off base.
Well, we do have that for sure. And maybe JD may have some help after all. That might come at the show. You never know. You guys will just have to come to the show and find out. So, with that being said, everybody, we'll see you guys Saturday. I understand, JD. You got an unfair shake. Hopefully, this time will turn out in your favor. If not, come talk to me after the show, and maybe I can work something out for you.
He got an unfair shake. He had a so-called reverend and a guy that looked like he should have been a part of the Beatles in his corner both times. Maybe he needs to look in the mirror and do better choices.
Well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see everybody Saturday. Again, doors open 4:45. Show starts at 6. So I know I'm ready. I know the principal's ready. The Messiah, he is never ready.
Yeah.
I'm always ready.
He's never ready because he can't be Matt Cardona. And there may be a surprise or two in store for Mr. Messiah as well. He just better, all I can say is he just better read his whole contract, including the fine print.
Oh,
Because
I've read the contract.
Because if he doesn't, there's going to be so much trouble for him. So, like I said, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hey, I've given you the card a few times. Messiah's got to yak his jums. So, with that being said, hey, this is the Heartbreaker.
The Messiah is just dreaming of the SMW crew.
Yeah, he might get a mouthful of something, but we won't say that online. So, with that being
you guys
said,
are just jealous because I'm going to lead my team to victory and show you once again why SMW is the most dominant faction in Inclusion Pro Wrestling and will always be the most dominant faction in Inclusion Pro Wrestling.
as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, for the panel, I'm the Heartbreaker. Hey guys, I'm signing off. So, I don't know. I've got nothing else to say. So, peace out.
Good night, everybody.